Hey everybody, today we have a 2023 Bronco Big Ben, and the customer didn't like how high it sat and their mother was having a hard time getting up into the truck, so they wanted a set of steps. So we bought these Yita Motor steps for it. We've already installed the driver's side. I'm going to show you how to install the passenger side. It's pretty straightforward. The instructions are not that great, but let me go over the instructions. It gives you a parts list right here. And on the parts list, it tells you where the brackets go. That's number 9, and we have 2 number 10s for the passenger side. So number 9 is the passenger side front, and the 10s are the passenger side center and rear. It comes with all the bolts and nuts that you need, that you have to assemble with lock washers and regular washers. So these are the bolts that bolt it to the truck. These are what bolts the brackets to the step. So we already did the one. Here's the other one. It comes very nicely packaged, and we're going to go ahead and get it out of the box. Let's go set it on the cart so we don't scratch it up. Yep, go that way. All right, come on in. And so that is going to be the front, because this is the passenger side, and this is going to be the back. So let's flip it over this way. Here, grab the camera. And where is, I guess I'll just use my razor knife. Just be careful when you're using the razor knife to cut stuff open. You don't want to scratch the new parts. All right. So this is going to be the front. This is the mount for the front. Here's the center. Here's the end. It also has these other brackets that help give it strength. So let's do number 9, which is the front bracket. We'll grab 2, 3 bolts to start with and a bracket. So we come up to the front, and since we're working upside down, the bracket goes like this. They tell you to leave all the bolts loose until you get it installed, which definitely was a help, but I run them down as far as I can. The only one that was kind of a pain in the butt to get to was this top one after everything is installed. But I was able to use a open end wrench. This is a 13mm headed bolt. The other bolts here are 16mm headed bolts. The problem with tightening this bolt up is you don't want to scratch the car. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of snug it so I can still move the bracket around. That looks good. So now the next one is 10. Number 10. Number 10 goes here. Bracket goes here. Now it might take, luckily I had 2 other people help me hold this up to the car to get it underneath. That might be a problem if you're trying to do this by yourself. You're going to need a set of jack stands, and see, I put this one upside down, so that's not a big deal. We just take this bolt back out, because I'm working upside down, so. Everybody makes mistakes, even I make mistakes. You just got to take your time and pay attention to what you're doing. So there's that one. So here's the last bracket here. Of course, none of the bolts and the washers were installed. You have to do that yourself. But everything is bagged and tagged very nicely. up a little bit. Inside, okay. Let me snug this one up so we don't have too much to do there. All right, well, we'll get this one in position and we'll be right back. Alrighty, I am underneath the car. G Junior's there, and we have the step sitting on the packing material so we don't scratch it up. So what's really good about this is this bolts to the original frame. There's a bolt hole up here and here. There's one here and up here. And then this bracket is different, but there's a hole here and a hole there. So it uses the factory mounting points. So sometimes it takes more than one person to do this stuff. So let's see, can you see? Okay, so I got my bolts for all ready. I'm gonna help G Junior lift it up and we're gonna get one of the bolts started. Let me be sure that you can see us. Let's see, yep, you can still see us. Okay, yep, lift it up. Yep, come on up. Yep, right there, hold it right there. And I'll get the center one started and running all the way. All right, and let's get the top one while I'm here. All right. I didn't even have to clean out any of the bolt holes. They have a little bit of paint in them, but they seem fine. So there's that one. And there's that one. That is why they tell you to leave everything loose. So here is the front mount, and there's one up there. And then this other one's right here. Okay, let down a little bit. There you go. Actually, you could probably let go now. And there we go. We got them loosely fit up here. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out. It really helps if you have a lift. So we're just going to take a peek here and see. We're just going to go ahead and tighten it up the way it sits. Now, didn't notice this before, but we have a dent right there. We'll go ahead and get that pulled back out. Shouldn't be a problem. So now all you have to do is just tighten everything up on this running board. So I'm going to start with the brackets first that hook to the car, and then I'm going to come back and get these little ones. But it's pretty much already lined up. There's no really adjustment. You just leave everything loose to be able to get everything started real good. All right, everybody, this is really easy to do. The instructions aren't the best in the world, but if you read everything, it'll tell you where all the brackets go. The shame this one's dented, we'll get that dent out, not a problem. And you just tighten up all the bolts. It's a 13 and a 16. Anything to add, G Junior?
Nope.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that in that corner there. Please give me thumbs up if you like my automotive videos.